My name is Sandra, and I'm from Ottawa, Canada. Can you hear me? Yes? Okay. The reason I would like to address this question to the Minister of Foreign Affairs as well as His Excellency. You can't hear? Can you hear me? No? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so my name is Sandra, and I'm from Ottawa, Canada. This question is being addressed to her, to Ms. Mushikiwabo and Mr. Kagame. So, yesterday, I was very glad and very pleased to assist to the meeting in regards to investment opportunities as well as business opportunities in Rwanda. And frankly, me being abroad for 20 years, I was not aware how far Rwanda went. I'm also a peace activist. And the reason I'm here in front of you, I would like to, how can I say that? We talked about stability and security. And I would like to ask you, how do you address the issue of peace in the region? Yesterday, one of, I believe it was one of the chairmen, of the American chairman, said that don't make any criticism if you don't have any solution. What I would like to actually suggest is, if possible, if there is none, to create like a regional committee where, like an observatory, well, you'll be able to see any peace issues. So that's it. That's the only thing I wanted to address. Can you hear? Oh, you really can't hear me. Sorry.
Thank you. Reka dufate ikibazo cya kabiri ngira ngo icyo nacyo turacyandika niba kitumvikanye neza turagisubiramo. Reka dufate ikibazo cya kabiri. Ndabona iburyo bwanjye hakurya iriya hari umuntu watse ijambo, abafite mikoro bashaka kumwegera. Ari iburyo bwanjye. Kuri kiriya gice cyo hirya hajya nk'asohoka. Yes. No. Nagira ngo mbibutse ko ibibazo mwabigira bigufiya, byumvikana neza iyo bibaye bigufiya.
Murakoze. Bavuze ngo tubanze twivuge. Yewe nitwa, my name is Jean Gacinya. Iyo mvuze Jean ngira ngo ntibakunda kumenya ubundi we, ubwo rero kenshi mvuga ko ndi Gacinya. I am from Rwanda, ariko maze imyaka hafi 20 mba muri Canada. Ngira ngo ndaza gukomeza kuvuga mu Cyongereza wenda kugira ngo singume mvanga indimi. So I'm from Hamilton in Canada. The first thing I wanted to say is when Ambassador Young was talking about the best president in the world, I was one of those who clapped because I was thinking he was talking about our president, Paul Kagame. He was talking about President Obama, but I think President Kagame is still one of the greatest president in the world. And I think I'll be speaking on behalf of many of the people who are here. I'm one of those who left the country very young. It's been more than 50 years. And we've been living abroad. We were scattered. And we cannot be more proud that we are with all that President Kagame has done for us. So the Agaciro is really very relevant, and I just wanted to thank you very much. The other thing is, Engineer Gatete said that he would like to invite you again in the United States. You've been in the United States quite a few times, and then you came to see us in Canada in 2013. We were so glad to have you. We would like to see you again. And then my question is, President Paul Kagame, you are so unselfish. You are such a hard-working individual. You are a man of integrity. You changed Rwanda into a beautiful and peaceful country. I just wanted to know if you have, and I know you have a man of vision, and I know Rwanda is part of Africa, and I just wanted to know if you have a vision of Africa being such a powerful continent. Is it possible that Africa becomes a very powerful continent as a one continent? Africa is a mosaic of so many components, and it can be a good thing, but I think it can be also not such a good thing. It can strengthen. In a few words, I wanted to ask you, Your Excellency, what are your views toward Africa? Can Africa become that big nation, one continent that we would like to have? Or you think that regional forces, smaller forces within Africa are
I think
better?
I got your question. Let me... I think having Africa united is very important. But if Africa can't get united as 54 countries that it is, it doesn't hurt that we start in a different way. It shouldn't be that either it is united as a whole or we have nothing. What I mean here is, if we have regions coming together, one example being the East African community, the 5 countries of East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, we have come together under East African community. We have created a customs union. We have a common market. We are moving ahead, especially starting with the 3 countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda, to have one visa. If a foreigner is traveling to this region, you can get just a single visa that will enable you to travel to Uganda, Kenya, and Rwanda. So that is Africa uniting, starting with regions. In fact, for me, it makes more sense that way, starting with regions that have common interests. If you look at ECOWAS in West Africa, if you look at the Central African Community, Southern Africa, the Eastern Africa I was talking about, if they get together and unite, later on it becomes easier to get the regions united, and therefore in the end you achieve the unity of Africa. So it's important to have Africa together, but it matters how you go about it. Quickly, if we have another question, let's take one by one and we go ahead.
Your Excellency, my name is Anita Bryant. My company is Frontier Ventures Unlimited. We unleash human potential. I'm wondering, as you're building leaders for tomorrow, what do you think is the best way to bring the best qualities out of people?
I'll be as brief as and clear as the question is. The best way to bring the best out of people and as leaders, one is to allow them to participate, to get involved in what affects their lives. That's number one. The second is to allow them or to support them or to help them to believe in themselves. Having that self-belief that is built on capacity, because when you are talking about education, that is very important. You are building capacity. So when the people have capacity and they have a sense of self-belief and therefore a sense of purpose, and the environment is that allows them to participate, to get involved, then I see no limit to that way of helping develop people and therefore leaders. Now, there's the first question. I'm done with that, I think. There was the first question which we were failing to, the person who was asking was not being heard properly. So here the question was about, she was expressing frustration on security in our region and wondering whether the region can create a mechanism that allows for objective picture of peace in our region. I'm not sure I still get it. But, well, if the region works together, if we identify and define the problems that underlie any lack of security, then we can always find a solution. But I think we affect one another. So finding solutions for our problems, whether of security or even development or anything else, I think is very important. But I think we can define the problem properly and also find a proper solution by working together. Next.
You can? Yes. My name, Mr. President, Your Excellency Paul Kagame, my name is Carl Wilkins. and I represent an organization, World Outside My Shoes. We educate about the genocide and about the recovery process. And what I want to thank you for is one of the greatest lessons that I've gained personally that we share with the students is that Rwandans have made the choice to not be defined by what was taken from them, to not be defined by what they lost, but to be defined by what they do with what remains. And I'm just wondering what you could add to that message for me as I speak with students. It would be really nice to say, well, I asked the president and he said.
I think the president said, you got it right from the beginning. What you said is what it is what it should be. Yes.
My name is Theo Gakire. I'm a young entrepreneur. I have a printing company in Kigali. During the last panel, we was discussing among the 4 pillars, which is the government of Rwanda have put to develop. Among them, there is job creation for the youth. When we see in Africa, there are some countries which have tried to succeed in the job creation, among them Kenya and Ghana. They have put a policy whereby there is 30% of the public procurement which is attributed to the youth to help them. My question is it possible to implement that also in Rwanda so that we can help also the youth to improve?
Well,
Thank you.
2 things. I'm happy that you've got something to do, that you are doing it. That's very important. The second is maybe you should also make an effort, one, to make a critical analysis of that other people are doing and see how much it contributes to resolving the problem you're talking about, but also try to think differently. Is there any other thing that can be done other than that you have heard of in Kenya, looking at your own environment and the possibilities? I'm just challenging you to think beyond what you have heard other people are doing and see if you can come up with a different idea, but I'm not dismissing that one. We can see how to use it, if it works, if we understand that it works very well and how it works and in what kind of environment, we would be very happy to try that as well. But it shouldn't confine you to that possibility. You should also be looking for others.
There's another question here.
Murakoze. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, ntabwo ari ikibazo mfite, ariko natse ijambo nkaba nanakwifuza ko naribabwira mwicaye.
Hitamo amagambo make kwanzura, ufite umunota umwe gusa, niba ushobora kubivuga umunota umwe, hari abandi bategereje hano.
Murakoze Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nitwa Rwigema Petero Celestine, nkaba mva mu Rwanda. Nagira ngo nubwo mumpaye umunota umwe ndagerageza. Nagira ngo mbashimire ahanini kuko iri jambo arimo nashakaga no kugira ngo ndibwire. Ijambo ryanjye rikuyemo ibipande 3. Ibipande 2 akaba ari ishimwe, igipande cya 3 akaba ari ubutumwa nashaka guha abanyarwanda bari hanze.
Yebo ko wabihina.
Ndabihina. Ku ngingo ya mbere Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, mu mwaka w'ibihumbi 2011 nari i Chicago muri Rwanda Day, aho nashoboye gukurikirana impanuro n'inyigisho nziza mwaduhaye n'ukuntu ibibazo byabajijwe n'uko byashubijwe. Nyuma yaho nibwo nashoboye gushyira ubwenge ku gihe mfata umwanzuro ndataha. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nagira ngo mbashimire ukuntu nakiriwe ngeze mu gihugu. Nagira ngo mbashimire Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika ikintu cyitwa impuhwe, imbabazi iyo muzisabwe, ubushishozi, ukwitanga n'urukundo mufitiye igihugu. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, nari kuvuga byinshi ariko ndabihinnye. Nagira ngo mbwire abanyarwanda bari hanze mbaho ubutumwa, cyane cyane iyo mvuga abanyarwanda bari hanze ndavuga abanyarwanda badashyigikiye gahunda ya leta. Nagira ngo mbasabe bashobore gushyira ubwenge ku gihe, mbasabe Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika ko bakwiye kwirinda ibinyoma, kuko Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika burya umuvuduko w'ikinyoma ukwira ku isi igihe ukuri ko kugifunga imishumi y'inkweto kugira ngo utambuke. Aho rero nagira ngo cyane ngire n'inama ababa bibeshya cyangwa se babeshywa ko bashobora gutaha barwana, bibeshya ko bafite ingabo bashobora kuzatera u Rwanda, ko ibyo bintu bitagishoboka muri kino gihe, ko u Rwanda aho rugeze uwakwibeshya yakubitwa rwose, ko ahubwo niwaba afite ikibazo cyo kugira amaraso ku ntoki, ko mu Rwanda hari ubutabera bukora neza, ko mu Rwanda hari ibyabagenerwa byose kugira ngo bamererwe neza, ko mu Rwanda hari umwanya wo gukora ibikorwa, nanjye ubabwira ubu ndejeje, ko ahubwo baza bagafatanya n'abandi, ko ibindi bakora nta gaciro bibaha, kandi ko Abanyarwanda bazi kwihitiramo, bajijutse, ibyo batabijya inyuma, batabishyigikira. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika, usibye n'abo ngabo bavuga ko bataha barwana kandi bakaba batabishobora, no mu rwego rwa politiki ngira ngo nta demokarasi ikorerwa hanze Abanyarwanda bakeneye. Demokarasi yubakirwa mu gihugu, naho politiki ikorerwa hanze irasenya, irica, ni ya yindi ishaka gusubiza Abanyarwanda mu ntambara, kandi ntabwo bigishoboka, ibyo byararangiye.
Urakoze cyane.
Bashimiye cyane.
Urakoze cyane.
Reka dufate ikindi kibazo hariya.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, my name is Manzi. I'm from Texas, in Dallas. I'm sure we're so many. But right now I'm standing representing a Rwandan company of American in this country. We are Rwandese as origin, but we are American in this country. We came here because we wanted to make a connection and to learn more about what we can invest in Rwanda. We have basically what we need to do in Rwanda. We know it's needed. Before I go any further, I would like to say, I would like to thank the embassy for their assistance and their consistency in terms of the information. However, we would like and we're not requesting. We are not basically trying to feel as if important. We consider ourselves investors who wants to come in Rwanda, even though we live in America, because there is a certain perception as if investors have to be foreigners. We may be foreigners on papers, but we are Rwandese. Agaciro kacu turakazi. Mr. President, I'm here to request an audience with Your Excellency. Thank you so much.
It's okay. When you meet the RDB people, you have met me. So, thank you. We'll work that out.